These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. And taking on the might of our quiz Goliaths today are the Ramblers. Now, this team of friends all live in or near the villages of Cottingham and Middleton near Corby, and they take their team name from the club they all belong to. Real ale men behaving lively and energetically, require sustenance, or Ramblers for short. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Del, I'm 52 and I'm a retired police officer.
Hi, I'm Pete, I'm 55 and I'm a freelance copywriter.
Hi, I'm Rob, I'm 45 and I'm a milkman.
Hi, I'm Pete, I'm 52 and I'm a project manager.
Hi, I'm Kevin, I'm 55 and I'm a systems project manager.
So, Del team, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good to see you. I must explore this name first of all. Real ale men behaving, etc., etc.
Yep.
When do you behave like that?
It's once a month. We have a social club in the village. The gentlemen of the village, purely gentlemen, get together at one of the members' houses and we get in a couple of barrels of real ale and a curry or something similar, and the rambling kind of takes part once the contents have gone.
And at what point in the evening normally are the police called?
Yes, well, could be at any stage, to be honest, yeah.
And what's it like to stare at these 5 very famous faces actually
Daunting.
in real life here?
Very daunting. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice. But
Nice and friendly.
time will tell.
Time will tell. Very good. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Ramblers, I can tell you the Eggheads have won just the last game, which means £2,000 says you can't beat the Eggheads. Would you like to try, Ramblers?
Come on!
Yes, let's go for it.
First head-to-head battle is on the subject of film and television. Who would like this?
Okay, well, I think I'm going to have to take... Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
It's got to be you.
Okay.
Come on, Pete. Come on!
I'll definitely
Pete,
take
let's
film
go
and
for it.
television.
Okay, I'm sensing a lively show here. Pete from the Ramblers has to choose somebody, though.
All right, this is difficult. I quite think I should take on Kevin.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So you're sure, Kevin?
I'm pretty sure, yes, thank
Okay,
you.
Pete from the Ramblers versus Kevin from the Eggheads. And to ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in the question room? So are you a big films man, Pete?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of films, yeah.
Anything in particular, any genre?
Yeah, I'm a real sucker for science fiction films, no matter how bad they are or how good they are. I'll watch any old science fiction tosh, basically.
Okay, well, I hope something comes up along those lines for you, Pete. Do you want to go with the first or second set of questions?
I'll go with second, please.
So, Kevin, your question. The phrase no likey, no lighty is often heard on which TV show? Family Fortunes, Countdown, or Take Me Out?
Well, it's not Countdown. And I have seen Family, not for a long time, but I have seen Family Fortunes quite a few times. I can't associate that. I can, given the premise of Take Me Out, I can see if somebody's rejected, a light doesn't go on somewhere. I've never seen it, so no, I'll say Take Me Out.
Take Me Out is quite right. Well done. Who's the presenter of that? Anyone know?
Paddy McGuinness.
Paddy McGuinness, right, yeah. Pete, what is the title of the US TV show in which Adam Richman attempts an eating challenge in each episode? Is it Bloke v Banquet, Man v Food, or Chap v Chow?
Well, I think probably, given the nature of the programme, any of those titles would be appropriate. But although I haven't seen many of them, I've seen it while flicking through the channels. And I think it's Man v Food.
It is indeed Man v Food, yeah. Okay, Kevin, your question. In 2012, Polly Walker and Pippa Haywood took on the roles of Francesca and Harriet in which TV drama series? Waterloo Road, Prisoners' Wives, or New Tricks?
I think Polly Walker is in Prisoners' Wives. Yeah, Prisoners' Wives.
Prisoners' Wives is correct. He's never very easy to beat, Pete, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But just keep going. Jackie Weaver, an Oscar-nominated actress for her roles in Silver Linings Playbook and Animal Kingdom, was born in which country? Australia, South Africa, or Republic of Ireland?
This is a tough one. I haven't seen those films, so I'm going to have to take a guess, and I'm going to say, for no real reason, Australia.
Hey, well done. You're right. Right, on with you, Kevin. Which actress has appeared in the films The Debt, Lawless, and Mama? Jessica Alba, Jessica Chastain, or Jessica Biel?
What was the third one there you said? I didn't quite catch the...
Mama. So the films are The Debt, Lawless, and Mama, M-A-M-A.
Yeah, well, so, I mean, I've seen the first two anyway. It's Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain is correct. Okay, Pete, you need this one. Who wrote the 2013 malaria-themed TV film Mary and Martha? Is it Richard Curtis, Julian Fellows, or Jane Goldman?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. I haven't heard of that film. I'm familiar with each of those names, though. I know Richard Curtis has done things like Four Weddings and a Funeral. Julian Fellows is obviously the Downton Abbey chap. Jane Goldman, who is Jonathan Ross's wife, I believe, I think she's probably the most likely candidate out of those three. She has a track record with some fantastic films like Stardust and Kick-Ass. So I'm going to go Jane Goldman.
Yeah, it's actually not, though.
Oh.
It's Richard Curtis. It was I think it was part of Comic Relief, wasn't it?
Yes, it was excellent.
So sorry, Pete, you've been knocked out by Kevin. That can happen. Very hard to topple Kevin. We know that. Kevin will be in the final and you won't be. Please come back, rejoin your teams. So as it stands, the Ramblers have lost one brain from the final round, whilst the Eggheads have not lost a brain. The next subject is history.
Kevin.
Go on, Kev, it's got to be you, mate.
It's got to be you, Kevin.
Yes,
Kevin?
it is.
History
unfortunately,
extraordinaire.
history.
Come on.
Okay,
You win.
Kevin, the
Nothing like
historian.
setting me up.
You can't choose this Kevin here, but you can choose any other.
Yeah, I think Dave. Yeah,
Dave.
Yeah,
Judith's
Dave.
good.
Yeah,
Dave.
Dave.
No. Judith's good at history. Dave, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin from the Ramblers versus Dave from the Eggheads on history. And please go to the question room now. Dave, you've done a lot of history recently. I'm trying to remember.
A couple of ones there. I lost one the other day with a bad mistake on Karl Marx, but I've done about 4 or 5 in the last few weeks.
How are you on history, Kevin?
I'm reasonable. Just hope that I'm better with the ancient history and the medieval rather than the modern. So I hope the questions fall that way.
Kevin, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
Which of these kings ruled Great Britain for the longest period of time? William IV, George V, or Edward VIII?
Oh, right, okay. Kings and queens, or kings. Edward VIII abdicated after a few months. Mrs. Simpson. William IV, I think, preceded Victoria. George V, I think, is the answer to this one. George V.
What do you think, team?
I think you may be right.
Not close. Sounds good with his knowledge there. You're right on Edward VIII, less than a year. And you're right on William IV, who was just under 7 years. So George V is the right answer. Well done. OK, Dave. Where was the British Prime Minister Spencer Perceval assassinated in 1812? Westminster Abbey, House of Commons, or the Tower of London?
Don't think it's Westminster Abbey. I don't think it's the Tower of London. I think he was assassinated, I believe it's John Buckingham did it, in the House of Commons.
House of Commons is correct. Do you know how he did it?
Shot.
Yeah, Kevin says shot. Famously, as he fell to the ground, he said, "I am dying," and that's said to be the only moment a politician has spoken the truth in the last 200 years. Your question, Kevin. In which part of Mayfair was Queen Elizabeth II born in 1926? Adams Row, Hayes Mews, or Bruton Street?
I honestly do not know this answer, so it's going to be a guess. I don't even recognise those names, so it's modern history as well. It would be somewhere, I would assume, that is quite affluent. Adams Row doesn't sort of fit that bill. Bruton Street, I have no idea where that is. And Hayes Mews, I have no idea where that is. I'm just going to take a total stab and go for Bruton Street, as it's most unlikely.
Eggheads?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Oh. Bruton Street. So what, was that a private house or what?
Yes. It's between Berkeley Square and Bond Street, Bruton Street.
Okay, Dave. The 1863 Battle of Chickamauga was one of the bloodiest engagements of which war? The Mexican-American War, the American War of Independence, or the American Civil War?
Right. The American War of Independence was 1775 to 83, or so 1783, so I don't think it's that. I'm not quite sure on the dates of the Mexican-American War, but I believe that involved the Alamo. But 1861 to 1865 is the American Civil War, so that has to be my answer.
Yeah, you've done it on the dates. Well done. American Civil War it is. All right, so 2 points each. Kevin, in which year did the New Zealand Maori sign the Treaty of Waitangi, in which they recognized British sovereignty in exchange for the promise to protect Maori land rights? 1640, 1740, or 1840?
Okay, I don't think it's going to be 1640 because that's much too early for the exploration of New Zealand. So that leaves the other two dates, 1740, 1840. When you asked the question the first time, a date of 1835 came to mind, so I'm going to have to go with that instinct, and I'll go 1840, but I'm not entirely sure about that.
Interesting, 1835 just crept into your mind.
When you were saying when you said the question, it just popped up.
You've got a good historical brain because you're right with 1840. Okay, Dave, your question, clinging on. John Gray, who mysteriously disappeared in 1872, was a long-standing captain of which ship? The SS Great Western, SS Great Eastern, or SS Great Britain?
Not sure. All three ships, so no degree of certainty at all. Not heard this. I'm going to go for the SS Great Britain.
SS Great Britain is the right answer. We go to sudden death. Kevin, gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternatives. Here's your first question. In which English city is the King's Manor, which was the headquarters of the Council of the North during the 16th and 17th centuries?
I'm total. They've used York. I know they used York as a place to hold the councils. But I don't know where the King's Manor is. For some reason, Ripon's coming to mind now. I'll stick with York. And I'll kick myself if it's Ripon.
York is correct. Dave, in medieval times, Farnham Castle and Wolvesey Palace were traditional residences for the person who held which religious position? If you get this wrong, you're out.
Yeah. All that can come to mind is Archbishop of Canterbury, so that's going to be my answer.
Now, I think Kevin will know this one.
Well, yeah, well, I should do. It's Bishop of Winchester. Wolvesey Palace is actually in Winchester.
Yeah, Bishop of Winchester.
Okay.
Is the answer, so well done, Kevin. Really good. You see, sheer support and brilliant historical knowledge, Kevin, has taken you into the final. Well done. Please,
Well done,
both of
Dave.
you return to us. So, well done, Del and team.
Brilliant, yeah.
Wow,
Good effort.
Kevin, that was incredible.
There's a lot of guessing in there. But,
No,
it was good.
he's a quizzer, isn't he?
He's a quizzer.
Yeah, they know when they see their own.
Yeah.
As it stands, the Ramblers have lost one brain from the final round. The Eggheads have lost a brain as well now. The next subject for you is arts and books. Who would like this?
Shall I be the sacrificial lamb?
Yeah, it was our
Believe
arts and
yourself.
books eventually.
Yeah.
Rob,
Yeah.
I think
Rob,
for
sure.
us, please.
Who would you suggest we do?
Arts and books.
It'll be a plain sale for whoever we pick, I guarantee it.
It's
Daphne,
Daphne, I would
Daphne,
have thought,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll do Daphne. Yeah.
Many say that. Many have gone that way and not returned. You get a reputation. Rob from the Ramblers, Daphne from the Eggheads. Please take your positions.
Good luck.
Okay, so it's arts and books here. Rob, would you like to go first or second?
Well, I must fess up that my art and literature is very, very poor. I am the sacrificial lamb for the team. So I might as well get it over and done with. So I'll go first, Jeremy.
Okay, see if you can ramble your way through to the final. Which of these literary figures was born first? John Milton, Geoffrey Chaucer, or Ben Jonson?
Right. Ben Jonson reminds me of the athlete. I didn't even know there was a writer called Ben Jonson. So, I'm sure he is an author though. Milton I have heard of, Chaucer I have heard of. Out of those two, I'm going to go with Chaucer.
Geoffrey Chaucer is the right answer.
Get in!
Okay, over to you, Daphne. Which Shakespearean character initially appears with the name Caius Marcius? Is that Timon, Othello, or Coriolanus?
Coriolanus.
Coriolanus is the right answer. Well done. Okay, Rob. The 2006 Booker Prize shortlisted novel The Night Watch by Sarah Waters is set during and shortly after which conflict? Falklands War, World War II, or Vietnam War?
Right, Night Watch. I've never heard of the book. I've never heard of the author. Night guards to cover potential attacks is the only relevant thing I can put to that. Right, based on that, which is very lame information, I'm going to go with Vietnam War.
See if Daphne knows this one.
No, it's World War II.
World War II it is,
Yeah.
Rob.
Okay.
So Daphne has a chance to take the lead. Richard Parker is a major character in which of these books? Life of Pi, Cloud Atlas, or The Lovely Bones?
Oh, Richard Parker.
Richard Parker.
Yeah. I think he's the tiger in Life of Pi.
Life of Pi is the right answer. Well done. So she's taken the lead, Rob. What was the first name of the artist best known as Caravaggio? Was it Leonardo, Raphael, or Michelangelo?
I've never heard of Caravaggio. If it was Michelangelo Caravaggio, that would be one hell of a big name, that would. Yeah, I like the sound of Leonardo. Let's go with that one.
Funny enough, it is almost the least likely one here, actually. It is Michelangelo.
Oh.
His name was, I don't know how they squeezed this into the phone book. His name was Michelangelo Caravaggio.
Fair enough.
With 2 wrong out of 3, that means Daphne is in the final. Rob, we're going to miss you in that final round.
No problem. I was a sacrificial lamb, so I was expecting it. We've got to take one for the team sometimes.
You can cheer them from the back benches, though.
I will do. Yeah.
Both of you, please come back, rejoin your teammates. So, as it stands, the Ramblers have lost 2 brains from the final round. Lost Rob.
I know.
You're going to have to cheer from the back benches. Good. The Eggheads have lost 1 brain. The next subject is sport. Who wants this?
No.
It's good, isn't it?
That's worked out wrong. That's gone in the wrong sequence, hasn't
Is
it?
it?
I know nothing.
Pete or Del?
Peter, I know nothing about sport of any consequence.
I'll take
You
it.
can take one for the team.
Yeah.
Take one for
the
team again. I can't claim to be an expert, but
Might all be about
I'll
the
give it a
Tigers.
shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Judith's got to be a natural.
Okay, so Pete from the Ramblers versus Judith from the Eggheads on her beloved sporting category. And to ensure there's no conferring, please go to the question room. On sport, Pete, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second, please, Jeremy.
Okay, Judith, here we go. Which tennis player won his 4th Australian Open men's singles title in 2013? Is it Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, or Andy Murray?
That would be Novak Djokovic.
Well done. Yes, indeed. Novak Djokovic.
I want to hear it from Rob.
Well done, Judith.
Thank you.
Done. Good result.
Yeah, you're getting cheered by the challengers. Okay, your first question, Pete. The athlete Mo Farah won gold medals in which events in the 2012 Olympic Games? 5,000 metres and 10,000 metres, 3,000 metres steeplechase and 5,000 metres, or 1,500 metres and 5,000 metres?
Right, well, obviously fairly recent, so I should know this, but I am having to clutch at straws a little bit. The first answer that looked most likely was the 5,000 and 10,000. I'm pretty sure he didn't do the steeplechase, but I might be proving myself wrong here. But I'm going to go with my initial thought, 5,000 and 10,000 metres.
Bang on, well done. 5,000 and 10,000. Judith, which of these footballers earned the most caps for England? Bobby Moore, Brian Robson, or Gary Lineker?
Oh, dear. I don't know. Dreaded football. Gary Lineker.
Anyone know on this side?
Bobby Moore, I'd say, yeah.
Bobby Moore is the right answer.
Oh.
Bobby Moore. Okay, Pete, to take the lead here. Swinley Bottom is a feature of which leading racecourse? Ascot, Epsom, Newmarket.
Struggling again a little bit here. The horse racing is not something I follow very closely. Well, Ascot and Epsom are both sort of southerly, whereas Newmarket is more sort of East Anglian based. So, and for some reason that's pulling my attention. So I'm going to go Newmarket.
Newmarket is the wrong answer, actually. It's Ascot. I can see the logic, actually, but it's wrong. Judith, still in contention here. In which year did David Campese last play Test match rugby union for Australia? Was it 1989, 1993, or 1996?
Well, it's going to be either 1989 or 1996, I suppose. 1996.
You're right, Judith. 96. You got 2 out of 3. That's not bad, is it?
Better than nothing.
To quote Meatloaf. Now, bit of pressure on you here, Pete. The Chinese sportsman Sun Yang found fame in which sport? Is it gymnastics, swimming, or weightlifting?
Working on scant information once again, unfortunately. Swimming, I'm thinking not. Weightlifting doesn't seem to suit the Chinese physique in a typical sense, so I'm going to plump for gymnastics.
Anyone on your team know?
Oh, the God's swimming. I thought it was the very young swimmer that was in the Olympics. Is that right?
Rob, you're right. Swimming is the answer. So 1 out of 3, Pete. Not enough, Pete. You've been knocked out. Come back to us. We will play the final round. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Pete B, Rob, and Pete S from the Ramblers, and Dave from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Okay, Dale and Kevin, here we are. You're ready to roll?
Yep.
You're
Yep,
playing
we
to
are.
win the Ramblers £2,000. Pat, Judith, Kevin, and Daphne, you are playing for something that money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge. You are allowed to confer. So, Dale and Kevin, the question is, are your 2 brains able to overcome the Eggheads' 4? Tell me if you want to go first or second.
We'll go first, please.
First,
Yep.
yeah.
The man who became Pope Francis in March 2013 was born in which country? Brazil, Chile, or Argentina?
It's Argentina, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he comes from Argentina, but yeah.
It is
Yeah.
Argentina,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's the first one. First
First
one
one.
from there, Argentina.
Argentina is the right answer. Well done. Okay, it's your question. What became London's tallest building when it topped out at 1,016 feet in 2012? Heron Tower, the Shard, or One Canada Square?
The Shard.
It's the Shard.
Yeah.
The Shard is the latest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's much taller than
that's
it's the
small.
tallest building in Europe.
Okay. We're going for the Shard, built above London Bridge railway station.
The Shard is the right answer. been up the top of it, actually.
Oh, yeah, been up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's your question. What type of animal is the jaguarundi? Is it goat, cat, or dog?
The name certainly suggests the cat family, but
It's maybe a bit too obvious.
Do you think it's too
but
obvious?
I think it may be too obvious.
jaguarundi.
Well, you've got a jaguar, so why would you do a jaguarundi?
Yeah, it might be a.
So it's one word.
Unless it's a dog that brings down. No, jaguars. Nothing can catch a jaguar.
Something says it's a dog. Something's just told me it's a
Yeah.
dog.
Dog, please.
No, you should have stuck with your logic, which leads you to cat. Cat is the answer.
Right.
Eggheads. In January 2013, the Queen of which country announced that she would be abdicating later in the year on a date that would mark 33 years on the throne? Netherlands, Denmark, or Sweden?
The Netherlands.
Beatrix of the Netherlands.
Beatrix of the Netherlands, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the Queen of the Netherlands.
It is indeed the Queen of the Netherlands. So the Eggheads are ahead. So you've got to get this. Yes, exactly.
Yes, we've got to get this one.
They're very tense behind you, I can tell you that. Just the Way You Are, Grenade, and The Lazy Song are UK #1 singles by whom? Will I Am, Bruno Mars, or Ollie Murs?
Oh dear.
Oh,
We do all like a music collectively. The whole.
unfortunately, pop sort of gets
Yeah.
left.
The more modern music isn't our bag.
I have Grenade. What is Grenade?
I really don't know the songs by.
Grenade is one.
No, one by Will I Am, but and it's not either of those or any of those. So
Oh dear, oh dear.
tempted by Bruno Mars, but
It's the Grenade one that gets me. Because that wasn't in there.
isn't he a bit too squeaky clean for a song like
Yeah,
Grenade?
that's what I was thinking.
Ollie Murs,
Ollie Murs is, yeah, I was thinking, but should we go to?
Bruno?
I don't know. I'm tending towards Will I Am.
It's
We're
total
guessing.
guesswork, as you can see. We do think that Ollie Murs has got a little bit too clean-cut a persona to have a song called Grenade. That might be totally wrong, but we'll go for Will I Am, please.
Okay. You started on
Bruno Mars.
Bruno
I should have shut up,
Mars.
shouldn't
and then you, a bit like the Jaguar one, you,
Yep.
Yeah,
you,
it goes.
you zoomed in on the right one
Yep.
and then
Going
you
back
had
again, yeah.
doubts.
It's a crippler, isn't it?
The answer is, Eggheads, do you know the answer?
Bruno Mars.
The answer is
Bruno
Bruno
Mars,
Mars. So we say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. So commiserations to our real ale men behaving lively. Well, good
Guess
luck,
what?
and I hope the next party is a very...